Hi, the Islamic Dad here. If you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. I'm going to do a video on demons. It seemed appropriate not just simply because Halloween's approaching, but also that in a weird way it is something that some people within kind of the community looking for answers among each other for narcissism, narcissistic behavior, etc. Have gone to. And what I mean by that is, for the most part, people will understand and accept kind of the psychological perspective or psychiatric. But there is a minority that is larger than I expected it to be, who simply say, "Oh, demons." That that either the narcissist is in fact a demon, or that the narcissist is possessed by a demon. On the surface, this is just ridiculous, but at the same time, I think it's an interesting model. So I wanted to kind of dive in a little bit deeper on it. So for the past at least 50 years in media, the portrayal of demons has been really over the top and ridiculous. And honestly, if you look back probably 300 years in Western civilization, demons have been portrayed as these blathering monsters acting chaotically with no rhyme or reason. Just basically trying to scare people, like and terrify them. But if you look back at more of like the biblical accounts and kind of the writings from like the medieval times, Middle Ages, you'll see that that's not accurate at all to the original portrayal or perception of demons. And that, for example, the word devious, coming from devil. Now, if you say someone's devious, you don't mean that they're dumb. If anything, if you say someone's devious, that means that they're actually very cunning and intelligent, and that this goes back to the original perception of demons. And so, when the narcissist initially, picks their victim, the victim usually, sees the best in people, and that the narcissist, to some extent, wants to corrupt them by using this very, kindness and empathy against them. And so the narcissist will approach them and learn what the target likes, appreciates, is attracted to, and the narcissist will basically morph and mirror to appear to be attractive in everything that this person wants. Now, if you read accounts of demons, say from like medieval times, with like the even like succubus and incubus comes to mind. This matches very well. And if you consider like the amount of manipulation that goes on, and with the original demons in earlier history, kind of their MO was to ingratiate themselves with a person and find out what they want. And this is a key thing. The demon really doesn't care. The demon just wants that information. And then once the demon has that information, the demon will then make promises and say, okay, if you want to, have a rendezvous with this handsome man or this beautiful woman, then just do this for me. Or if you want to be rich, then you just need to do this, or these business dealings or something like that. And, it's the demon is set on manipulation. And again, this is exactly the MO of the narcissist, where the narcissist will take all the information that it's learned from the target and flip it around and use it to manipulate the target so that the target is, matching what the narcissist wants them to be and not necessarily what they want to be. And I just thought that was, very, very interesting, because it does, in that respect, match up with, kind of the original portrayal and perception of demons. And so, again, like one thing that, people have talked about is when the narcissist goes into a narcissistic rage, where they feel either wounded or slighted to such a degree that in some respects it's almost like their mask slips off for a moment, and you see that the narcissist's eyes go completely black. I'm assuming that if you were to experience that, that would be very spooky and frightening, to see your partner who you thought loved you, etc., all of a sudden became completely demonic with these jet black eyes and was just ready to just unleash their wrath upon you for probably the smallest of slights, but it got underneath their skin. And so again, with the narcissist, with the way that they manipulate, no tricks are out of bounds. I mean, whether it's tricking someone by promising them, these, wishes to come true. And again, like I think that fits very well with future faking, that the narcissist will find out, exactly what you want your future to look like, and without even doing anything to bring that, forward, the narcissist will just continually bring it up and paint this picture and make these like empty promises of like, oh, that's the future we're going to have. And again, if you go back to these early accounts of demons, there's a lot of that too, where the demons will say, oh, if you just do this, then you'll be rich, or if you just do this, you'll have all these people, loving you and adoring you. And inevitably, it goes south. And the person who thought that they were going to get exactly what they want ends up in a much worse condition than they were before they met the demon. And again, I think that's, eerily, parallel to the experience that a lot of people have with narcissists, is that even after they come out of the relationship with the narcissist and they, the fog dissipates and they realize what happened, there's a loss there. There's some catch up into just getting back to where you started. So again, I just thought that this would be an interesting video to make, to kind of touch on the parallels between the kind of ancient portrayal and perception of demons and what people experience firsthand when dealing with narcissists. So hopefully this video has been both entertaining and informative. Thanks.